Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today we're going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors potentially trading Kelly Olynyk. I think there's a decent chance maybe Toronto will potentially be shopping around the 33-year-old big man. Kelly Olynyk has been in the league for 11 seasons now, and all the way going back to 2013, and he's been with the Raptors. This is his first full season in Toronto. I don't think he's going to even get to a full season because he was with Utah last year in the 2023-24 season and then got traded to Toronto. Played 28 games there last year. He's only played 2 games this season, has dealt with some injuries, but, played one game, before tonight's game against the Knicks. And in that one game, he played 14 minutes. He shot a total of, I think he shot 3 for 3, I believe, 3 for 3, all 3-pointers, shot 3 for 3 from the floor, 3 for 3 from 3, had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and then also he returned to action tonight from his injury to play against the New York Knicks, and the Raptors lost, and he had 6 points, 4 rebounds, I think 1 assist and 1 steal. Now, the interesting thing is what people have been speculating is that Kelly Olynyk has returned just in time for for him to be traded. And look, I actually don't disagree with this. Like, the Raptors are one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference, and I think they're in a position where most of their players are available to be shipped off. Like, I think there are a couple guys who are untouchable. Like, I think Scotty Barnes, Grady Dick are untouchable. I'm not sure how untouchable R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley are. I would predict that both of those guys are untouchable. But I think outside of those 4 guys, I'm pretty sure the Raptors are willing to trade anybody else on their roster right now. And Kelly Olynyk is on that list. So, and look, last year we saw it. The Raptors are willing to trade early as well. And that potentially could happen again this year. The Raptor. So last year, most of the trades happened, deadline week or deadline, the trade deadline day. But there were 2 trades that happened in season, but that were not trade deadline week, in the trade deadline area. The only 2 trades that happened before 2024 last season, before the new year, was the James Harden trade. Philly trading Harden to LA right in the beginning of November, which was just the start of the season. And then at the end of December, we saw the OG Anunoby trade to New York. So one of the only trades that we saw in the beginning of the season, in this December time, was between was with this Toronto Raptors team making a trade. So look, maybe the Raptors are gonna continue history and make a trade in December. I don't know if we see a trade in December. I know that there have been a lot of trade talks for this time of year. I don't know if we see anything happen though, but I do know that the Raptors are a team that have done this before, making a trade in December, and it could happen again. And I think Kelly Olynyk, I would love for Kelly Olynyk to be on a contender again. We haven't seen it since Miami, and I really would love to see it again. He has some good talent, and I just love to see him on a good team because we've not seen that. We've not seen that since Miami, and that was the 2020-21 season since he was last in Miami. Like, he's with Toronto this year. He was with Toronto at the end of the last year. Before he was with Toronto in the 2023-24 season, he was with Utah. In the 2022-23 season, he was with Utah. 2021-22 season, he was with Detroit. 2020-21 season, he was with the Rockets for 27 games. As a Rockets fan, it pains me to say he was on a tanking team. He played some of his best basketball of his career in Houston, but he was on a tanking team. So the last time we saw him on a contender, on a playoff, not just a contender, not just a team that's contending for a championship, a team in the playoffs. Last time we saw Kelly Olynyk in a team that was in the playoffs was the Miami Heat. which he didn't even get to play for the Heat in the 2020-21 playoffs. So the last time Kelly Olynyk got to participate on a playoff team where he got to play in the playoffs was the 2019-20 season with the Miami Heat in the 2019-20 season, where he was not too bad for the Miami Heat in the 2019-20 postseason, averaging 8 points per game off the bench in the postseason for Miami. So this is a guy I'd love to see be a part of a playoff team. And I'm going to throw out a team that I think that has a shot to potentially make a deal with Toronto. And I think it wouldn't surprise me if they, came out there and made a big deal. Like the Denver Nuggets is a team I think of. Obviously you have Nikola Jokic. You don't need a starting center. But the Nuggets bench has been terrible this year. Their three-point shooting has been terrible this year. They need a backup big man for Jokic. This is the perfect addition for the Denver Nuggets. The absolute perfect addition. You need three-point shooting. You need a back man. You need a backup big. You need a bench. You need a better bench overall. The Nuggets have one of the worst benches in basketball. They have been a very bad three-point shooting team. And I don't know where they would be with Jokic. They'd be in the bottom of the West without Jokic. So I think Kelly Olynyk really helps a lot because maybe you can take Jokic's usage down just a little bit heading into the playoffs later in the season and have Kelly Olynyk give him some minutes and maybe take Jokic's minutes just a tad down if you have a more qualified backup big in Kelly Olynyk. And also another thing I would really like is you can put Kelly Olynyk and Jokic on the floor together because Jokic is such a great facilitator. Olynyk is a good shooter. That would work well together. I think the Nuggets are probably the best fit for Kelly Olynyk right now. I don't think the Nuggets are a championship contender anymore since they've lost some key pieces of their team. But at the same time, I think you add Kelly Olynyk to their roster, it definitely helps them. And I just want to see them on a playoff team. The Nuggets might not be a championship contender anymore, but they're still a playoff team. And Kelly Olynyk really might. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna push this team over the top, but he's gonna help them a lot if he were to go there. So I'd really love to see him in Denver. Let me know your thoughts on the potential on Kelly Olynyk potentially getting traded, or where you'd want to see him. I'd love to see him in Denver though. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.